Okay, so how do we actually get these models to show up on our objects? If I use my plane here, and then I assign a material to it. So assign material to selection. Go to shading, hardware texturing, there they are. Now if it's super annoying where when you rotate around this, it's like giving you glare, just drop down your specular so it's just gone. Okay. I've got this. And then if I look at my actual sheets, these don't work. They don't even remotely correspond. So what I can do, and I'm not worried about this, because I can just make more, I'm going to delete those out. Now I've only got one of these. I'm going to go on my top view, and I'm going to go into my modeling toolkit, and bring out the multi-cut tool, and I'm going to go around basically just cutting away at any excess that I don't need. Now I know you guys are probably having like a twitchy eyeball right now because you're probably thinking, but you're making triangles, and that's okay. Triangles are okay in games. It has to be smartly positioned, but that's actually not usually a problem for us. So I'm going around and I'm cutting. I might not be perfect at it the first time, so I can just hit the Z key and undo, and then go further. And essentially I'm pruning this to be the polygons I want. Get it? Because it's a plant I'm pruning. So if I hold down the control and the delete key, what does that do?
Deletes the edge.
Yes! Good, okay. Control delete. It'll delete without, because if I didn't do that, if I just hit delete, that made this rogue, that one vertice that can actually cause game crashes and crap like that. So if we don't want that to happen, Control delete, which is delete edge or vertices, which is also found under edit mesh, delete edge or vertex. So I can actually start to shape this stuff out. I'm going to go around here and delete what I don't need. Delete, 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 delete. All right. Now, I have extra stuff. I'm going to use the multi-cut tool again. Cut, cut, and I'm going to go up the middle. So I'm going to use this to cut a new path down the middle of this. Okay. I'm going to delete out my faces here, and I probably don't even need, I could probably get rid of this stuff if I merge those over. So I'm going to go and just select all of this and then hit Control and delete. That's looking better. And right here, let's try that. All right, that made for an n-gon. That's okay. I can just use multi-cut and then cut some of the stuff out. And then I'll do one more. So what I'm doing is just basically getting rid of polygons that I don't need. I don't need to go super crazy on this. I'm actually going to merge those two, edit mesh, merge to center, and then that. Okay. There might be some parts that are off, but that actually looks pretty good. Now, what I can do with this is the cool part. Maybe, if you like this stuff, it is. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to grab that in my perspective view. I'm going to take those, rotate it, rotate those, rotate these, so I can give a curl to it. Now you're also probably thinking, but there's got to be a better way. There is. We can go ahead and just take the deform, nonlinear, bend. And if I use this correctly, and if I understand math today, 90. All right, let's see what this does. Let's try 20. Okay, so the modifier is going like this. If I hit the E key to rotate, I'll bend it like this. There we go. So now that's bending down. That's pretty nice because it's very low poly. I can also go along this whole crease, so double click and I'll grab that whole edge and fold that. And now I've had this whole thing kind of giving me a more organic shape to this leaf. All right, I'm going to delete histories. I'm going to press this button right here, delete histories. Notice where my pivot point is. It's way off somewhere far away. If I hit the D key, move that to here and here. Watch this. This is where that idea of having an actual object. Let me come alive. Hopefully happens if I don't keep having this happen. Okay, there's that, and freeze, and okay. So I've got this one. If I duplicate, rotate, scale, duplicate, rotate, scale. So duplicate, what's the hotkey for that? Control D. Yep. So now I've got these things starting to build out a plant. I don't care about this middle section because it's going to be in dirt later on. I can scale it on just one axis or both axes. Duplicate, rotate, scale, duplicate, rotate, and scale. So this is how we can get variance on this. It's already starting to look a lot better. What was that? Okay. Cool. We're starting to get a little plant. Now, how do I get my flower? If I go back into, let's see, let me grab a sphere. I'm going to drop this down. Let's go 8 by 5. I'm going to hit apply. I've got something like this. Now, get rid of all this. I actually have way too much geo on this. I'm going to change this down to 5. All right, 5. Delete. I've got this thing. I'm going to add that material. That looks terrible. Let's look at my UVs. Oh, it's one of those things. So you can see it's taking the base of these things and mapping those around. That's not good. However, I'm going to look through the top of this so I can look at it like this. I'm just going to do this. UVs, camera based. And now it's projecting that image straight down. In my UVs, I'll just scale this and drag that over to here. And it's a 5-sided flower. So I should be able to map that up, match it up, and then, okay, I have that. Now, why is it looking like this? What the? Oh no. Two-sided lighting is going to fix that for us. Game engines usually do that. But if we want to really make sure that this works by default, just go to here and go to Mesh Display, Reverse. And now you're guaranteed that the front-facing part that's the most important is there. What are these things called? Stamos? What are they? John's? John Stamos's? No? What are they called? Are they stamens? Does anyone know? Did anyone pass bio?
I think they're ovaries.
Thank you. I think you're right. All right. So cool. Look at this. Duplicate, scale, rotate. And now, you guys are tired. I told a joke. You guys know who John Stamos is? Uncle Jassy for the... Okay. So notice when I'm doing this, notice how it starts to ghost. If this occurs and you're using blend, this will not happen with our Stingray shader, but this will happen in here. If I go into my viewport, and you will see that my transparency algorithm, super nerd talk, I don't understand it, just press buttons. So go to simple. That doesn't work. Weighted average makes ghosts. Depth peeling. Was it Johnny Depth? Is that? Okay. That's our stuff for today.